And again, Bitcoin exactly moved like I told you so, and this is next. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening guys, wherever you are on this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video. Welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. In today's very short video, I have 2 epic news items, I have 3 epic charts, and 1 inspirational quote. Let's quickly jump into the first news item. Bam! The first news item is not a news item, it's just a small news item. It's like, look, check this watch. I received this watch from a really cool guy that I met here in Mallorca, a Bitcoin watch. Check the details, how beautiful this watch. What an amazing gift. I of course invited him to a VIP party, but this was an amazing gift, guys. Now the first news item for today. The $200 billion giant Shell oil and gas company, you know Shell oil and gas company, they are now accepting Bitcoin in South Africa. You can now drive your car into a Shell station in South Africa and pay for your gasoline with Bitcoin. Of course, using the Lightning Network, but they are accepting Bitcoin now in Africa more and more and more and more, guys. Shell is not a small company, it's a huge company. And I predict, I already did say this a couple of months, no, years ago, and now it's coming through, those companies, they don't even need to buy Bitcoin. A shitload of companies, you hear me say every day, they are buying Bitcoin. MicroStrategy, they are buying Bitcoin. Other companies, they are buying Bitcoin. But look what is happening. These huge companies, for example a Shell or a McDonald's or a Nike, they don't really need to buy Bitcoin. Why? Because they can just start to accept Bitcoin payments and by that collect Bitcoins. They can keep doing what they do. They can keep serving their clients that they always serve, but now instead of fiat shitcoins, they just accept Bitcoins, and by that they accumulate Bitcoins as well. So you don't even need to buy. Just imagine that from next month, like a huge company like Shell says, okay, now you can pay with Bitcoin all over the world for gasoline. And a lot of people will start to pay with Bitcoin for gasoline. That will mean that they are collecting a shitload of Bitcoins, guys. They will be able to pay their fixed costs from all the people that pay with fiat shitcoins. And they can stack their assets as a strategic reserve. So instead of putting money like fiat currencies in a strategic reserve, they are putting Bitcoins in a strategic reserve that they earned. Not that they bought, that they earned. And now imagine all of these huge companies worldwide starting to accept Bitcoin. For example, Nike, or for example, Google for all their products, or any other massive company you can think of will start to accept Bitcoin to accumulate Bitcoin and not to be buying Bitcoin. That's how simple it is, guys. Bitcoin is not only a store of value. Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer cash, and you will soon see this peer-to-peer cash all over the world. Because even PayPal, like I announced yesterday, is now going to allow peer-to-peer cash transactions with Bitcoin on the PayPal network. This is way bigger than you think of. This is as big as I predicted it would be in 2017 when it went all in. I told all of you on live television, late night show, this is going to be way bigger than gold. This is going to be way bigger than fiat shitcoins. And that's exactly what we are experiencing now. The start of that massive move of Bitcoin adoption, guys. Now, second news item. Another huge company, $500 billion, Santander, which is one of the biggest banks in Germany. Of course, it is a Spanish bank. But in Germany, they announced they are now going to allow crypto trading on their bank account. So all the people in Germany that are using the Santander bank can start to buy and trade Bitcoin and crypto on their bank account app, guys. This is again a huge step, of course, for me, not the Bitcoins that you want to have, because not your keys, not your coins. I am always for having your Bitcoins in self-custody, not in centralized custody, so don't put your Bitcoins at a bank, in my opinion. But for all the people that are afraid for all these new exchanges like Bybit or Blowfin or Apex Pro, you know, if they don't trust them, they still do trust their bank. So if the bank is offering them Bitcoins now, they will start to buy Bitcoins at their bank, and they will start to hodl Bitcoins at their bank, and they will start to trade Bitcoin on the bank. That's for the older generation, will do it that way, because they don't need self-custody, they are afraid of self-custody. So please let them hold them at the bank, at least those banks also need to buy those Bitcoins. Or they're going to cheat us again. They are going to pretend that they hold Bitcoins and they are just showing you numbers on your account. So we need to be aware that if the bank plays this game, that they are being controlled and that they are being checked if they really hold those Bitcoins. Not that fake shit show again that, yeah, we do have the gold, but we didn't count them since 1917. Or, yeah, we do have those fiat shit coins, but yeah, not that many. We can't cash them out, all of them. We need to prepare that the banks are going to try and play that same game again with Bitcoins. And we as Bitcoiners need to make sure that it's not going to happen, guys. Now, third news item. A South African payment provider, Zapper, now also added Bitcoin Lightning payments to their network, which means more than 31,000 stores now start to accept Bitcoin as well, guys. Yes, I've been talking about Africa the last couple of days many times because I want to show you that also in South Africa, all of Africa, Bitcoin adoption is growing tremendously. I will start to do this every video, guys, just show you how big the adoption is. 30,000 stores there, a million stores there, all of them accepting Bitcoin, guys. This is the future. Bitcoin is the future. Now let's quickly jump into the charts to show you what is happening to Bitcoin today. Bam. The first chart for today, guys, of course, the 4-hour chart. Look how beautifully we are following that green line that I drew like with sloppy hands a couple of days ago. I want to delete this one out there. It's going to be deleted because we are on target and my target still is 121K. There's some resistance over here, you know, the one on 17,000 US dollar, a little bit, but if you fight through that, guys, it's a run to 120K, guys. Amazing, beautiful charts, very positive for Bitcoin. Let's go to 120 and then let's go to 130 and 150 and make a new all-time high at 160 towards the end of this year, guys. On the weekly, you can also see that chart that I drew, yeah, look, that again, that sloppy line, look how sloppy this line was again here. I drew this somewhere over there and then bam, it hit that line, bam, we came to this line and now bam, we are going up. Again, the target should be somewhere around the dotted line. If we extend a little bit, then we come back here again to 120 and then again to the 160 somewhere towards the end of the year. That's normally the way it should be going. I know I was drawing now here till March, but it should be somewhere in December in my opinion. So if I would need to draw it correct, like if I need to look really at the lines, you know, we need to go up, need to come down, for example, and then, you know, go to 160 somewhere over there. Something like this should be happening for a blow off top in Bitcoin. Now, I don't have many charts today. I have a busy day, but I have one more chart I want to share with you guys. It is this one, as this is the emotional roller coaster ride. I found it on Twitter of Ted Pillows. You will feel these emotions, you know. We are now in September-ish over here. We start to go up again. Now, what we normally do is we get into the new belief phase here of this rally, and then from belief into thrill to euphoria. This is the phase that normally happens October, November, December. Then we mostly have a crash, then we pump up one more time, that's the blow off, and then bam, we fall into bear market. Now, we are gonna take profit in this area, guys. In this area, November, over there, this area, you take profits. And it doesn't need to be the top, we can even leave the top out. We can go and take profits in this area. And then we did a really good job with our trading portfolio. Then we will see how it plays out. Then we will see this bear market, we will see anger, we will see panic, denial. We will all see this until we get into depression. And when we are in depression, that is when we start to buy again. And I will be there in that video that will tell you now you start to buy again. But this is what normally happens during a bull market top, guys. Now, that were all the charts for today. I hope you really enjoyed them. Not too many charts, but I have a very busy day. I will drop you some more charts on tomorrow's or the day after video, guys. Thank you for watching. Give them already a thumbs up. Bam. Use my special link down below here to sign up to Bybit and claim your amazing bonus up to 30,000 US dollar. You will receive $30 for just signing up. Use my link down below and click it now. I hope you really enjoyed those charts. Short term, a lot of volatility, like always, amazing times for traders. You can go up and down, up and down. That's how you make profit as a trader. If you are not a trader but an investor, which means you invest and hold for the long term, my target still the same, 160K towards the end of this year. I thought it would be September-ish, October-ish, maybe it will become October-ish, November-ish. We will see. We will see. When the charts tell us that the top is in, I will tell you that the top is in. The target of my top is still 160K. Will it be in October? Will it be in the beginning of November? I don't know. Nobody knows exactly. But that's at least my target. And that's a TA-based target, not like a target like most of us make. No, TA-based 160K towards the end of the year, guys. And that's when you can start to take some profits to buy back cheaper during the bear market bottom. That will be 12 months after the top. Simple as that. Or 500 days before the next halving. That is the area where I will start to buy back again the Bitcoins that is sold. And I will buy back a shitload more Bitcoins because I'm buying back cheaper, guys. That were the charts. Now give them a thumbs up and let's jump in the last part. The inspirational quote for today, guys. You know, sometimes good things are falling apart because better things will fall together. It doesn't always mean that when you give up a certain situation, a certain person, a certain thing, then not something better will come back in return. Mostly something better will come in return. I think 99% of the time. As life, the universum is created for you to attract more beautiful things, more better things, the things that you desire in your life. And the moment you're fighting that, the moment you're always fighting this circle over there, the thing that you do like, but that you also think of, maybe I could do better, if you keep running that wheel, if you keep fighting that new adventure, then you will get stuck over here. And when you get stuck over here, that will not lead to complete happiness. The happiness is over here, where your dreams are, where your desires are, where everything happens what you want to happen for you in the future. And that's not only jobs, that's relationships, that's what everything in life. If you keep holding something really strongly, you might never find out how much potential you really have. And a potential that can be a massive potential. That potential can lead into you fulfilling all your dreams in your life instead of hanging around here running that hamster wheel. So for all those people that are always doubting, should I take that first step, or should I take that new step, or should I run into that new adventure? In my opinion, yes, because you can always jump back to that area over there. There's always this safety basket where you can go back to. But if you never try this, you will later not be able to look back onto your life and say, wow, at least I did it, I tried it. Just do it, and let's see what comes from that. Of course, there's always things and thoughts that will tell you about what will happen over here, what will happen with that person, what will go wrong, what, blah, 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 blah. Yes, of course, it will be painful, it's not easy, but the path towards your happiness is not easy. It's always a struggle, and you know, with ups and downs and ups and downs. But the most important part is that you arrive at that point in life where you truly feel happiness. Not depending on wealth, not depending on other people, not depending on whatever it is, depending on your internal happiness. And you need to find that in life to really become happy, in my opinion, guys. I'm going to be very honest. I believe I still have a long way to go. I took the right path, and I'm working towards that, but there is way more goals in life for me, and way more things that I want to achieve, and way more rest I want to get inside of me to feel that internally happiness. But I like this path. I am enjoying the path. That's the adventurous part. So for everyone out there, don't get stuck. Keep moving, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. What do you think about the news, about the charts, and about the inspirational quote? Thank you for watching. I wish you an amazing day, and see you tomorrow again. Bam.